I am in a country which is spread across Eastern Europe and Western Asia. It has cultural connections with ancient Greeks, Romans, Persian, Byzantine and Ottoman Empire. And it is the 6th most popular travel destination in the world. Welcome to Turkey. We started this trip from Istanbul, which is a perfect combination of past and present mingling together. Istanbul has great historical monuments and good nightlife. From Istanbul, we flew to Cappadocia to ride hot air balloon and to enjoy panoramic valley view. We ended our trip in Pamukkale, which is famous for snow-white travertine, which are thermal pools, and Hierapolis, which is a 3rd century Roman city. And as always, in this video we will take you to popular tourist attractions and provide you some rough pricing guide.
Welcome to Istanbul.
I am in the Sultan Ahmed area of Istanbul, and the first place which we are visiting today is Hagia Sophia. It is a great architectural beauty and important monument for both Byzantines and Ottoman. It was built in 3rd century. First it was church, then it was converted to a mosque, and now it is a museum. So let's go inside and check out its beauty.
Hagia Sophia is a perfect synthesis where you can observe both Byzantine and Ottoman effects under one great dome. It was built in 6th century under Byzantine Empire. Earlier it was church, and in the 14th century it was converted into mosque by Ottoman Empire. Massive marble pillars, intricate mosaics of Jesus and Virgin Mary, angels and saints indicates Byzantine element. And the large hanging chandeliers and round placard bearing the names of Muhammad and Allah represent Ottoman elements. It is definitely one of the oldest and well-preserved monuments in the world. So I'm just out of Hagia Sophia, amazing place, and the weather also has changed drastically. The next place which we're gonna visit is called as Blue Mosque, which is right opposite to Hagia Sophia. Why it is called as Blue Mosque? Because of the blue color tiles on the interior of its walls. And it is for the first time I'm gonna visit any mosque, so I'm pretty excited about it. So let's go inside and check out. This mosque was built in 16th century and still it is an active mosque. Since it is an active mosque, make sure your clothes are appropriate. Women can borrow skirts and scarves for free. This mosque remains closed during prayers, so make sure you are avoiding visiting during this time. While entering, you have to remove your shoes and keep it in a plastic bag provided by them. When we visited, most part of the dome of this mosque was covered for restoration, hence we couldn't really see how beautiful it is from inside.
So we are just out of Blue Mosque, There's a lot of restoration work going on, so we couldn't see much because everything is covered. But I will still suggest you to go and visit this place. Next place which we are visiting is Dolmashe Palace, for which we're gonna take tram. So I'll show you how the tram also looks here, and I'll tell you what is the fare. So we'll see you straight at tram station and then Dolmashe.
To reach Dolmashe Palace from Sultan Ahmed station, we took tram to Kabatas and it charges 2.6 lira per person. Since we have time to reach to Dolmashe Palace, let's talk about internal travel. My advice is to buy Istanbul travel card, which is an all-round travel card which you can use in buses, trams, ferries and metros. Unless you are planning to explore Istanbul on foot or by taxi, this card is essential. Istanbul has Uber service, however it is difficult to get an Uber due to conflicts between local taxi drivers and Uber. Local taxis run on meter, however most of the time they will take long route and charge you more. Hence it is advisable to use public transport. You can get Istanbul travel card on airport or major transit stops such as Sultan Ahmed. To get this card, you need to pay non-refundable 10 lira and you can recharge it for your choice of amount. One card can be used for 5 people, hence you don't need to buy multiple cards.
After almost 15 minutes of tram ride and 4 to 5 minutes of walking, we have reached Dolmashe Palace. Just look how beautiful the gate itself is.
Dolmashe Palace was built in 19th century and is one of the most glamorous palaces in the world. It is situated on the banks of Bosphorus Strait. This palace was political center of Ottoman Empire with the last Ottoman emperor residing there. This palace is huge with multiple rooms for administrative and residential purposes. Highlight of this palace is definitely the huge chandelier and crystal staircase.
How do you say hello? Nasılsın? So we just came out of Dolmashe Palace. It's really beautiful, but you cannot shoot inside. So if you want to really see this palace, you will have to come to Turkey. Next place is Galata Tower, or I don't know if it is Galata or something else. We will figure it out, right?
We decided to visit Galata Tower next, for which we took a tram and travelled backwards to Tofane. Till the time we reach Galata, let's talk about SIM cards. There are 3 mobile service providers, Vodafone, Turkcell and Turk Telecom. Out of all 3, Turkcell is the cheapest. In each shop, they will have different prices for the same monthly pack. I got SIM card for 135 Turkish lira, which has 10 GB data and 1000 local minutes of calls and SMS free. 10 GB data should be good enough for 7 to 10 days. Let's get back to Galata Tower. For Galata Tower, after getting down at tram station, you have to walk through these narrow, European-looking lanes, climb few colorful stairs, walk on hilly roads, and then it appears out of nowhere.
So this behind me is Galata Tower. It's a medieval style tower, and from the top you can get almost 360-degree view of Bosphorus. If you want that view, you will have to climb 9 stairs. Not 9 stairs, you will have to climb 9 floors. So we have decided to skip that because we are lack of time and lack of energy, and we will be enjoying the view just from here.
This 13th century tower looks like straight out of fairy tale. There are 2 elevators which will take you to upper levels. There is a restaurant and a cafe on the upper floor, which have views of Istanbul and Bosphorus. Also located on the upper floors is a nightclub which hosts a Turkish show. And from there, we went to Galata Bridge to eat famous fish sandwich. They have built grills and fryers right in their boats. Grilled fish fillets are stuffed into half a loaf of bread along with some onions, and handed the fish sandwiches from the boat to thousands of hungry customers. And this is famous fish sandwich. We took almost 30 minutes to find this place, so it should better be good. Grilled fish fillet was nice, however bread was very dry, so I will call it as the average sandwich. Then we tried pickle juice, which was really amazing. It is considered as magical hangover cure as well. So next time, if you have hangover, you know where to head. And from Galata Bridge, we walked to Egyptian market.
And this is Egyptian market. This used to be the last stop for the camel caravans traveling from India, China and Persia on Silk Road. You can find many things here and we're gonna explore it now.
Egyptian market is pretty vibrant. It is at the southern end of the Galata Bridge on Golden Horn. Spices, dry fruits, cheese, sausages, jams, nuts, seeds, locum and other edible fills most of the shops. It is pretty old market but still well maintained, and because of its popularity, the prices are on the higher side.
I love your Bollywood film, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan.
Yeah. Which is the latest movie you are seeing? Latest new movie. There's in Dangal, Amir Khan.
Amir Khan.
Dangal movie.
Amir Khan.
You don't like Amir Khan? Which song you are singing now?
I know. Amir Khan, Salman Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan.
Nice to meet you.
This was beautiful and colorful Egyptian market. I think we're gonna end our day here today. So I will see you tomorrow at new place here in Istanbul. Good morning, this is day 2 and right now we are inside Topkapi Palace. It is also next to Hagia Sophia, but yesterday we couldn't do it, so we are visiting it today. And as you know that Istanbul city is spread across Europe and Asia, both continents, but all of the tourist attractions are on the European side. But today we will try and visit the Asian side also. Right now we are inside Topkapi Palace. I can see there are huge gardens, so many trees. We can get a view of Bosphorus also from here. So right now I'm walking towards the palace. So let's go inside and check out how cool it is.
Topkapi Palace is one of the popular sites to visit in Istanbul. This palace was built in 15th century on top of hill on small peninsula, dominating Golden Horn to the north, Sea of Marmara to the south and Bosphorus Strait to the northwest. This place was political center of Ottoman Empire between 15th to 19th century until they built Dolmabahce Palace. First you pass through Imperial Gate, which will open into a huge courtyard. Then you will come across second gate, which is called as a Salutation Gate. In most part of the museum, you cannot take photos or videos, and most of the rooms there are no furnitures and it is converted to a museum. What I like most about this museum is well-maintained guns and swords of Sultan from 12th century. Other interesting part of the museum is religious, where you can find mantle, footprint, a tooth and a hair of Prophet Muhammad.
Alright, we are stepping out of Topkapi Palace Museum. It's a museum and not a palace, but I'm sure there is a Topkapi Palace as well. But we don't have any time left. The next place which we are visiting is Basilica Sistine. So I will see you straight there. But I'm in Basilica Sistine right now, and this place is pretty dark. This was built in 6th century, and in this place they used to store rainwater.
A cistern is an underground tank which holds water, And that's what exactly Basilica Sistine is. It was built in 6th century. It was constructed using 336 columns, and many of which were salvaged from the ruined temples.
Alright, we are just out of Basilica Sistine. It is well maintained, but it's pretty dark, so I'm not sure whatever I have captured will be visible. Right now we are walking towards tram stations, and next place which we are visiting is Grand Bazaar. So I will see you in Grand Bazaar.
And till the time we reach Grand Bazaar, let's talk about hotels. You can get pretty decent hotels in Sultan Ahmed or Taksim area. We stayed in Nomad Hotel Exclusive, which was a budget hotel in Sultan Ahmed area with modern interiors, amazing Turkish breakfast, and it is situated on a quiet street. Remember, most of the tourist attractions are in Sultan Ahmed area and its vicinity. You should be able to get a budget hotel within 4,000 to 6,000 rupees per night.
We just got down from the tram and walking towards the Grand Bazaar. I can see its gate right in front of me. I'll show you in a while. It is kind of the oldest shopping mall in the world, and every day almost thousands of people visit here. It's really colorful and vibrant, so I will see you inside. So here there are many shops. So some shops are selling lamps, some shops are selling carpets, some shops are selling like souvenirs. Everything you can get here under one roof.
Istanbul's Grand Bazaar is high on most of the tourist itineraries, and it is for a good reason. This enormous site is the largest cover market in the entire world. It offers visually pleasing and aromatically charged walking experience with vivid colors and herbal scents. There are in total 4,000 shops, and you can get lost very easily.
So we had our lunch not in that place but in Burger King, and right now we are going to Asian side, and for this we are taking this ferry. You can use your Istanbul card here for this ferry as well. I'll show you inside how it looks. So I'm on the deck right now, and the view from the deck is simply amazing. Just have a look around. Isn't it amazing? And right now we are in ferry going towards Asia, and our ferry is completely surrounded by seagulls. Just look behind me. People are feeding them. How nice. And this is Asian side of Istanbul. I'm not sure what all things to do here, but we will stroll for some more time and then we'll head back to the European side. So far everything looks same, as in Asia and Europe both looks same. Just have a look around. I think we're gonna spend another 30 minutes here and then we will go back to our hotel. I just entered in some lane. I don't know what it is, but I think there are fishes, there are some pickles, there's cheese. I think there are all kind of shops here. It's a very narrow lane, and you can see people are just pushing each other at times. But this is also a very colorful lane. Let's see where we end. And this is where the lane has ended. From here we will go back to our hotel to the European side. So this is the end of our Istanbul video. I was here for 2 days, but 2 days are simply not enough for Istanbul. Make sure you're here for at least 2 to 4 days. Right, tomorrow we are going to Cappadocia. That will be a different video. So if you guys are new to this channel, please consider subscribing, and if you like this video, please hit that like button. I'll see you in Cappadocia.